had to come on because I know I did the last. Look, I'm not even prepared. Let me first start off by saying I'm not prepared. I was just in the bed and I said, it's Sunday night. I'm about to hop on live and I'm about to do a live because coming up next week, I am going to have a very busy week and I don't know and I can't say if I'll be able to jump on live. So I'm like, let me get up right now and just go ahead and do a live. And then not only that, I did say that I'll come back and do a live the other night when I went out. And what happened was I ended up partying every freaking from what was that Thursday I was on Thursday or yeah, it was Thursday night, I believe. And then so I end up partying Friday night. Then I end up going out Saturday night. And today I end up being busy with, cleaning the house and just, throwing out a bunch of old stuff that is no longer needed. And so I'm just like, let me just get on live and do a live. And so I'm gonna bring um I'm going to bring the topic that we were originally going to cover that Thursday night, as I told you guys. And that topic, as you may can see in the description, is actually, what is the down topic? Let me go ahead and just pull up my banner. But before we go ahead and get into this topic, hold on, guys. Give me 1 second because I'm totally unprepared. I haven't been on this in a long time. I don't even know how I got shit set up. That's hilarious. When you don't go live that much, you forget how everything is set up. That is embarrassing. All right. Okay. So that topic is the demand and market value of the American bully decreasing? But before we go ahead and get into that, I do want to go ahead and shout out some of these supporters and some of their dogs here on the screen. And here's one of my supporters. As you can see here, we have Melandro Bullies, located in El Paso, Texas. And here is their boy Bugatti. Um, he's registered with ABKC, US and USBR, so he's dual registered. You can obviously see his color. He's blue tri, head 24 inches. So far, he's sired around 5 litters. Height is 13 inches. Weight is around 71 limbs. If you're looking for a stud, if this is your type of your style of bully, um, American bully, whatever you prefer, and you like this stud, hit up. And this is horrible. I want to say is I'm gonna just call you by your last name, Roberto, because I don't want to butcher his name. I am horrible with names. Um, so hit them up. Check out their stud. I think we have another one here. Another one here. Let me see. Okay, yeah, Straight Bull Kennels, located in Virginia, in Virginia Beach, Virginia. This boy here is Treyway's King Trident. Nice pocket American bully, registered with ABKC. I don't think he's still young, so he's not even open for stud services at all yet. But if you're interested and you may be looking for a future stud, feel free to hit up Carlton here on Facebook. I'm pretty sure they'll be on a live or maybe in the comments if you guys will be looking for a nice stud in the future. But I wanted to go ahead and do this for my subscribers. And also, if you haven't seen a post that I put up about you guys that are subscribed to the page, send me in anything that you need promotion with your subscriptions that you pay for monthly. I'm going to be doing 2 promo posts for you guys. So send me 2 images or send me some images or whatever you need promoted, and I'll go ahead and get that posted on the page for you guys. I'll do this twice a month for everyone that is subscribed to the Facebook page. All right. So I just wanted to go ahead and cover that really quickly. All right. All right. Now back to my topic. So, um, this topic came about. I was scrolling Facebook as I'm doing usually on a daily basis whenever I have some free time. And one of my friends, one of my close friends here in the bully community, made this very interesting status. And I was just like, man, this would be a great topic. I would love to hear what the bully viewers and everyone who tunes into the show think about this, and even some of the breeders out there that are, continuously putting out litters and just involved in the American bully culture daily, and know what's going on as far as the market and the value of the American bully. And so let's go ahead and get into that. Um, So he starts by he says, I'm glad I took a break from breeding bullies. Some of the best breeders I know are sitting on quality pups and lowering their prices. I see this starting in the Frenchie market as well. Luckily, not too many breeders have stock like mine. This is all from people who bought dogs during COVID that really have no passion for breeding, selling their pups for nothing. It's interesting to watch because the breeders buying these dogs are only looking for pets or DNA. What happened to looking at the effing dog in front of you? What are you guys' thoughts about that? Do you feel like the value of the American bully is decreasing? Do you feel like a lot of these breeders are, getting starting to either go in a different direction or get out of the American bully game as a whole? How do you guys feel about that? For you people that are really deeply involved in the American bully, I wouldn't even just say the American bully as a whole. Let's just go ahead and just say bullies as in general. Do you feel like the market is decreasing? Do you feel like people, um like, how do you feel? I'm going to pull up some comments. Jonathan said the market has been inflated and overpriced for a while. Damon said the market is flooded. Let's see what Tyra says. Tyra said that there's American bullies and there's American bullies, if that makes sense. um Elaborate a little bit for me, Tyrus, because I'm not sure if I think I know where you're going with that, but I just elaborate for me a bit. Kelsey said, I've seen quite of quite a bit of posts about people selling their whole programs and they're getting out of bullies. So what do you outside of, because I've said this, I've seen it for the past couple of years. I've seen some breeders that's been in the game for a while. I've watched some breeders get out of the game and they went and got into different breeds, even like Pekingese or smaller toy breeds, and they were saying that they weren't making the money that they used to make in the game. Now, I do feel like COVID had a big part eh, to play in that. However, statistically, a lot of people were actually buying dogs during COVID. A lot of shelters were actually getting rid of a lot of dogs during COVID. I guess when COVID hit, a lot of more people wanted pets to keep them comfortable and be at home. So, with that being said, I think COVID had a lot to do with it, but also I just think that the game is just really so oversaturated with a lot of wannabe breeders and a lot of people just getting into it for the money. That's my opinion. Matt said, never been higher in my opinion. If you're a big name, market definitely flooded in turn, hurts the average breeder. He said, there's more quantity and less quality. I definitely can agree with that. I definitely can agree with that. He said, everyone's switching to Frenchies, but they would do the same to Frenchies that has been done. So yeah, if we just go back to this post here, he says this as well. He says, I see it starting in the Frenchie market too. Luckily, not too many breeders have stock like his. And I'm not really into the Frenchies like that, so I don't really, because I barely know the American bully market because I don't keep up with a lot of stuff in the American bully community anymore, just because of what I see people being interested in. And that's more like the drama and stuff. Like, people don't really like to tune in when you're kind of having positive talk and things like that. So I just kind of like, and then with most of the shit that you see in the groups and stuff, it kind of people just consider it drama, and I've been trying to stay away from that narrative. So, I really don't keep up that much. But I can agree as far as like with the Frenchies. Now, I feel like people, especially with the rise of the fluffy Frenchie, people and what I've noticed in the just in the bully game in general is that it's about waves. So something any new wave that comes up, someone jumps on that, and then their homeboy jumps on that, and then something goes viral on Facebook or in the groups, and everybody lean towards that. And I've been saying that with the fluffy Frenchies now, everyone, even celebrities want fluffy Frenchies now, and you have a lot of people who's just been in the Frenchie. I've seen in the Frenchie game for such a long time that may just breed standards, or people like the AKC type of Frenchie breeders. You guys already know how bougie they is and how they stick to the standard. They feel some kind of way like this. It's almost like the American pit bull people with the American bully. It's like history just continuously repeats itself. Whoever someone is a Facebook user, so I can't see your name. It says Facebook user. I can't see your name. He said you can tell where the bully breeders are going breed wise. Just looks for people overcharging for faults, aka fluffy. Uh, so do you guys feel like the? Here's my honest truth with you. While I love the fact that I also made probably some of the most money that I've seen in the den with the American bullies, I still always kind of felt like some like dogs were just being overpriced because I could really never understand like okay, like I can understand people value their dogs that much, but sometimes I will look at the prices of certain dogs, and even coming from the breeder that has those dogs, I will always be like, the dog is nice, and yeah, I think you shouldn't just get chump change for your dog, but at the same time, I always kind of felt like these prices just be outrageous. If I go back to that interview that I was telling you guys about with the situation with the XLs and Nia breeders, these are people on the outside looking in, and they were talking about how in the American Bully, they never seen anything like it. Like these dogs are looked at as like celebrities, and they're going for outrageous amounts of money. Like these people on the outside looking in, it's like this is like a totally different world. Like we've never seen anything like this. And then not only that, what I also never understood is how can some of these dogs be so like have these high prices, and most of them aren't like health tested, DNA tested, like no guarantees. I just never could really understand it. He said you can. Oh, I already read that. He said I produce 5K dogs better than lots of 10 to 20K dogs. Yeah, yeah. He said a dog's only worth what someone is willing to pay, and Frenchie game about to go backwards. What do you mean exactly by the Frenchie game is about to go backwards? But I can agree with that. But when it comes to that saying, Matt, as well, I kind of feel like it's like justification. While that is true, I think some people, what's the word? Also kennel blind, but I think some people kind of just push it. You know, like you will have some people who will go and want to purchase dogs and for like a few $1,000s, let's say 1,500, 2,500. They don't really want to spend the money on the dog, but they want to get that dog for cheap. They want to breed that dog, and then they want to try to charge like 10K and up for their puppies. Says show quality dogs are selling cheaper than dogs that don't fit the standard. That's in American bullies and Frenchies. What's going on, Jeremiah? Yeah, Tony, that does happen a lot. David said finesse is the word. And like I said, we're going to talk about like I don't want to just say the American bullies because I mean let's kind of talk about the exotics. Like I see the most outrageous prices with the exotics, and I'll be honest with you. a lot of these prices with these dogs, they be, I'm not sure if it's all a publicity stunt or what it is. Like, I'm not sure, and I'm not saying that it's fake or anything, but I just want to tell you guys my perspective. And just, if we just, like, say I'm someone on the outside looking in, I'm going to look at, okay, when we think about the whole exotics, and yeah, there's dope ass exotics out there. There's nice ass exotics, and I'm an exotic supporter. I like exotics dogs that's done right. Some of my favorite exotic dogs is like Grand Champion. Is he a Grand Champion? Champion Boulder, but style dogs like that style of exotic. I like those dogs, but I've always like see these dogs for like 75,000, 100,000. I'd be like, damn, why like, yo, I know y'all not health testing this dog. I know it's no health guarantee on this dog. What makes a fucking dog worth $75,000? Like, I just really don't understand it. Like, you know what you can do with $75,000 or $100,000? So I've seen some people say they've been offered $200,000, $250,000. And the dogs that you see going for that price range, let's be honest, they don't look good. They be flawed the fuck up, and I just be like, man, like, really, like no hating shit at all. Like, what makes a dog worth this much money? Like, how are you? I guess my question is, how are you protecting that investment into a dog that the general public looks at it as, okay, these dogs aren't even gonna live 6 months. I've never understood that. He said 3K for Belgian pup from the top kennel in the nation of working dogs with a 2-year genetic health and hip guarantee. Yet bully breeders want that for a pet. Exactly. So when you look at other breeds of dogs, you get that. You get let me explain. I'm paying 800. I'm paying 800. I'm paying $1,000 for one of my miniature pincher pups. 800 for one of the other miniature pincher pups. But the parents are they eyes are tested, hips tested. They're international champions. Like, they have all of this, and look at the price of the dog. It's not nothing. And then you look at a breed like bullies, and people are spending outrageous amounts of money, and there's no type of test. Hell, let's even go to the paperwork. The paperwork probably still says American Pit Bull Terrier. The dogs are far from an American Pit Bull Terrier. He said that's why so motherfuckers people stuck with 40 pups at their house. He said, sadly, they've been told a lie. Gotta pay to play. Yet don't understand. They bought an F1 Frenchie that till never produced consistency. He said, I can't see it for any dog. I'll be honest with you. I'm with you on this comment, Matthew. I'm not spending. I don't care. I would spend 10 grand on a dog. I think 10 grand. I'm not going to say no, because I was thinking about spending 20 grand on a dog. That was an American bully. And the only reason I was thinking in terms of business, and I want to play devil's advocate. And maybe that's why these guys are selling these dogs for this amount of money, because maybe they're planning, they're looking at as a business. They're looking at, okay, if I get this many stud fees, these many lock-ins, I can make that money back. So maybe that's why, but still, like, I want to know that this dog is going to be good health wise, that this dog, like, I have to feel secure in my investment. He says sometimes these people put on the show for public, for example, say 12K get prop money, and and only 1,500 is the real price. I don't know. I was speaking with a friend on Instagram. We were talking about that. We were talking about, how some of this stuff may be a publicity stunt, because another thing is, okay, if you spend that much money for a dog, what's the reason of posting it on Facebook and then posting the stacks of money? And so sometimes when I see posts like that, and this is no hate, and I'm not knocking anyone for doing it, but again, I'm just my perspective, when I see stuff like that, it's kind of like it's an ego. I feel like it's an ego thing. I feel like it's the kind of it's for the owner to make himself feel bigger, or like he has money, or I don't know, but I kind of always wonder, like, okay, like what's the point? What's the purpose? If I did a purchase like that, I'm probably not going to tell people publicly how much I paid for that dog. Um, and I'm also not going to have these stacks of money sitting on the table showing that, okay, trying to prove that I paid this much for the dog. What I'm probably going to do, I'm going to take a picture with the guy that I bought the dog from, and we'll make a post, a thank you post, or whatever kind of post. But it'll just be that, hey, I just bought this dog from such and such. This is the direction I'm going to go in. These are my plans and all this. But what I've spent for the dog is probably going to be the last thing that I put in that post. All right. But one more comment, and then I got you, Fry. I'm finna bring you on. He said, Yeti is out of game. It's insane, full of flawed out dogs, and talking about they getting 20K through 50K. I really don't know if they capping or what. Yeah. But I want to hear from some of you breeders on here too, that's really involved. Like, what's y'all take on it? I got Jeremiah. I'm finna bring him on here, because he's involved with it. So I want to hear his opinion on these things too. Again, guys, it's just conversation. I don't want people to feel like I'm knocking them for anything. I'm not knocking anybody for anything. It's just conversation. I thought it would be a good topic, and I definitely want to hear from the people that's really involved in making these types of transactions or purchasing these dogs, or let's talk about it. All right, let me grab my headphones. What's going on?
What up? What up? I got my Bully League shirt on today.
All right, we good. I can hear you. What's your take, man? What's your take on this?
I think, to be honest with you, like me showing money to people that are trying to come in the game, showing that there's people, the money's really there. Like Golden Child stuff fees right now 10,000. It's no exaggeration. People pay 10 grand to use them. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when you're coming into the game and you're new, you're iffy, right? You're like, wow, is this shit really real? So people
Mm-hmm.
that are getting the money, everybody's like, oh yeah, don't don't floss your money. Well, everybody's flossing money. I see people on here with gold chains and big necklaces and they fucking new cars, and motherfuckers, you flossing it. That's how you floss it. People want to see there's money really in this game. You know what I mean? You just think about, you came in right now in the game, right? And
Mm-hmm.
you buy your first dog. I'm like, hey, come and fuck with me. You're gonna get this money. And then maybe I was bullshitting. You didn't make shit. You spent all this money, and then you're out in the game in a year. Then how would you feel? You'd be fucked up, wouldn't you? Did I sit here and bullshitted you, right?
Yeah, I'm just a little different. So, but I get what you're saying. Um, but I mean, so many people actually get into these bullies because they know that it is money. So I don't necessarily think people got to really, really show that, because most people just know. I mean, over the years, people know that, man, it's money and bullies. Like I see some of these rappers nowadays from the same hood that I'm from. Now they've been rapping for years and making music. Now they see that they can get 50 grand off dogs in the bully community. Now you hearing them in their music talk about they selling dogs for bullies for 50 grand, and they making more money from the dogs than they are from their rap music. So I
Right.
think people really know at this point that they can get in here and in the game and make money from the dogs. But I understand where you're coming from.
It's just like, it's no different a rapper. They got to go out here and invest their money in jewelry and all this shit to get that clout coming to them. You know what I mean? That's what they're
Mm-hmm.
doing, correct? Right?
Right. True.
Same thing. It's just same thing. Showing money is not a bad thing. If like some people some people put in cars and necklaces. I put it in houses. Hey, I'll buy houses. I've been spending. I'm trying to build $1 million worth of houses in the next, 6 months. You know what I mean? I'm trying to put my money in
Mhm.
something that's going to be bringing me down the road some more income when these dogs are done and over with. So I just put it in a different
Yeah,
direction.
Austin said I offer my homie 6 figures for an up and comer in the game right now, and he turned me down. I would never spend that on an exotic, but the right stud can truly change you and your family's life.
Huh? Look at Golden Child. I bought into him for 10,000. Look what
And
he's
that's
worth.
why I said maybe like some of these guys do, like some of you breeders do think about it as business, because like I said, you know, I have my limits to how much I'm willing to. And the bully is the only breed that I will spend that amount of money on, because I do know that I have the potential and the marketing skills to be able to um, get my money back, get my return on investment. And so that's why I also said, maybe people do it because they know that, hey, if I lock in this many, get this many stud credits and lock-ins, that I can quickly make that 20 grand or 50 grand, whatever they spent on a dog back.
Trust me, if anybody gets in this game right now and they play the cards right, there's a lot of money to be made. I'm a proven example. I came
So
from
do you feel like, okay, so back to the original question, do you feel like the the market value for the bullies is decreasing, or do you feel like,
it's going up.
it's going up?
I see it. I mean, your $2,000 dog is your $5,000 dog now. You know what I mean? It's like
Hmm.
everybody wants an arm and leg for their animals now. I see. Hell, before it was hard to sell a dog for 25. I see people selling for 5K all day now. You know, so or more.
Tony said there's an opportunity to make money, but you can take an L. All right.
You know, I don't really sell a lot of puppies though. So I'm not really in the puppy sale side of the business. But I see people
You
making
you
money.
would you would con yeah, I know someone else like that too. I met a few years ago at a show. He doesn't deal with females. He doesn't want the hassle of bleeding puppies and anything. He keeps studs only. And I can understand too, because it's kind of like, you pretty much all you really have to do is just make sure you stay on top of the health of that dog,
Hmm.
and just make sure you shipping out the semen to your customers, and they receiving a semen, and breeding their females, and their females conceiving. I
Yeah,
won't have a question for you though. They said, question for Jeremiah, and got shit to do with what y'all talking about now, but has Cash been bred to a big boy daughter or granddaughter?
big boy daughter.
Or
Um,
granddaughter.
yeah, I bred to a couple. I don't know how the outcome was. Yeah, I bred the one here recently, or about 8 months. It didn't take. I know that.
Okay, next question. Was the money coming in big time before you produced Golden Child, or was that the one that took you to the next level?
Um, I did produce Golden Child. Sam Liam produced Golden Child. But yeah, when I bought into Cash, he was young. Or when I bought Golden Child, he was only like 3, 4 months, and Cash was probably about a 10, 11 months. So once that he started coming, once I started pushing Cash, the money was coming in pretty good. And then when Golden Child came in, it just blew the fuck up. He started breeding like around 10, 11 months old, and he never looked
Mhm.
back. So like Golden Child's a $4 million dog, probably. You know
So what makes him a $4 million dog? Is that,
that he has that much in lock-ins. That's not including puppy
oh,
sales.
okay, for all with all the
Yeah,
lock-ins
yeah.
over,
He got roughly about 4 million in lock-ins. Yeah. So a lot
so
of
like
people.
how do you keep track of that? Like, is
And
this
be
something
honest
that
with you,
you?
a lot of people breed. A lot of people go to Sam with Golden Child, so it's easier for me because I just get a call and say, "Hey, I need you to pull Golden Child and ship the semen off, or go Chicago, meet the people." Basically, I do the I do the running and gunning. So, but I'm all for it. So Like today, I just got back from Chicago a little bit ago with Boss. You know, so we ain't got just one stud over here now. We got Boss, Pimpin', Golden Child.
I
We
see
got
you. I see you took
Cash.
him out to that show as well.
Which one?
Um, hold on one second, Jeremiah. One second. One second. I was talking about pimping though, but one second, really quickly. Um, I, I'm not. I think he's just not tuning in. But he said depends on some people making posts talking about they want a dog for 1K, and it's full of dogs like those are the types of people who's hurting this community. Also, the ones who breed to whatever dog, like people with no vision, just want to drop a litter. Okay, I think some people's tuning in. They probably just reading the description of the post.
People
But
say
we
that
probably finna kind of switch it up a little bit. I'm gonna cut the.
some people say that breeding is the dogs. Some of the dogs we don't even see. You know what I mean? How do we? Some of the dogs we don't even see. Somebody might call me up and say, "Hey, I need my seamanship." We deal with so many people. It's hard to keep track of everybody's dogs. You know what I mean? So,
Hmm.
you know, I'd say 75% we're shipping. That there's a few people come and do it in person.
Jeremy says wants to know, do you have a rap song? What?
Yeah, I got one. Like, I ain't broke it out yet. I'm
So
trying to.
$4 million is Golden Child's net worth. Wow,
That's not including puppy sales. I don't
that's
do much
not
puppy
including puppy
sales.
sales.
Like Sam's got the more of the he does more of the breeding side of it than I do. But
And
you know,
Golden Child's been open for how many years now?
he's not even. Well, he's about 2.5 years now. So
So about 2.5 years. So with damn, like now it's making me think like damn, what would okay, now I can now with that being said, and now it's actually allowing me to think more. Now I can see because if you think about it, most of these studs that are sold for big money, they are already like adults. Um, already been bred. Let's like dogs like Veneno, obviously was already grown. He was sold what I think Veneno was sold a few times.
yeah, he's in
Even your
Canada
dogs
now.
from China, dogs like China Boy. Um, so now that I think about it, is it makes a little bit more sense. Some people sell these dogs for a really high price because that dog has probably made them that much money and can make them more if they were to keep that dog.
Yeah, we're shutting Golden Child down at the end of the year. I think he won't be open no more.
So
We're
yeah, Greg, he said Golden Child has 4 million in lock-ins over the course of the 2 years that he's been open. So now it makes me think about the other studs out there. Like, damn, like what would their value be? Especially the studs that's been open, excuse me, for many years. Like, damn, like fucking dogs, like fucking Grand Champion Rocco. Like,
the
damn, I
value of
wonder.
Golden Child is about to go through
I
the
ain't trying to
roof.
be in nobody's pockets, but now I'm kind of curious. Like, damn, I wonder how much money kind of made off that damn dog. Like, even Veneno, like, damn, like how much money they done made off that damn dog.
Well, Grimm's
It's
probably
interesting.
worth. I,
I can see and I can understand now like why people want to
I
get
want to say
involved
Grim.
and get
I
into the
want to say
bullies.
Grim is worth like 6 mil. I want to say close, probably. I'm not trying to count their pockets, but Golden Child's already gonna catch him for the years up. He'll be caught with Grim. Just
Hey, it's about 65 people on here right now. I see about 23 lights. Can we get about 60 lights at least on this post? I'll leave it up. We get about 60 likes for all the people that's watching. Make sure you guys are also following the page as well if y'all want more topics and content like this. Um, someone said I'm watching for Zambia, that's Africa, and people buying crossbreeds in pure sand and prices are high. Yeah, this is kind of bullies is kind of like every year something new. So I'm still waiting on the fluffy bully. I know it's coming.
there's one out.
It's one out.
Yeah, there's one out.
I've been waiting on it too. I'm like, man, I know they
There's
coming. Like they hopping on the fluffy wave.
I want to say I just seen a post. somebody say they were going to one just recently. I can't remember who it was now, but I want to say it was goddamn, who was that? Somebody's going to one here
Well, they
shortly.
say R2G2 is almost worth half a mil.
Look
So
at
who's
that.
killing the game more? Who's killing the game more? Um, Stud owners or the people with the females?
I guess it depends on who you are. You know,
Okay, right.
like
Because you would think that people who actually has the females and has the puppies, they'll be making more money because obviously they got multiple dogs to sell. But then it's kind of like at the same time, studs are keeping up because they have multiple bitches to breed to. So they breed and you sending out semen every day to different females all over the world.
now
I
look at
would say,
look at what you just said. Look at what you just said though, not to cut you off, but you just said that RGG2, somebody said that was he's worth a half a million, right?
yeah, Tyrus said he's worth a
Okay,
half
so
a mil.
Tyre says he's now look at Golden Child. Now RGG2 is probably 15 months old.
Hmm.
Golden Child just turned 2.5. Now you tell me like in Trapzilla, he's probably worth every bit of that too. So look at two studs off Golden Child worth over $1 million.
Wow. Yeah.
Now you tell me how many studs out there off other studs are doing that shit.
That's doing that. That's bring.
Kids off.
Hey.
This is great grandkids off of Grim doing that. Two
So with
studs.
that
That's just
being
two studs.
said, now I have a question. With that being said, do you feel like with closing Golden Child, like do you kind of feel? Do you think that would kind of hurt him with people? I mean, cause it's like 70 something people on here that know. So you think like people be like, damn, they can't get the access to Golden Child, but he has other offspring that's worth almost the
Like,
same amount.
do I think it's gonna hurt them? No, I think it's gonna benefit them because for one, we're gonna use them in house only, and anybody that
Hmm.
ever locked them in is the only ones gonna ever be able to use them. Once that's done, it's over with. From there on, our puppy sale is gonna go through the roof because now he's in demand. He's a producer.
Hmm.
Everybody's gonna go back to the motherfucking producer. You know, you're gonna have 1,000 golden child kids out there, but how many are gonna produce like him? Plain and simple. You know, like Trapzilla is young, RGG2 is young, Pimpin's young. None of them are proven yet. You know what I'm saying? They got, which I'm not saying they're not gonna get to where they gotta go. I'm saying, but
Hmm.
Golden Child's proven himself. You know, he looks the look. He walks the walk, talks the talk. That dog's the real dog. There's no
Someone's
ifs ands
watching
about
from
it.
Peru. Not to cut you off, Jeremiah, but this is possible business. They want to know: do you ship to Peru semen?
Yeah, I
That would
think.
be semen
Yeah, I
overseas.
think we could get it there. If there's a
So
will, there's a
Antonio, he
way.
said, yeah. So hit him or Sam up for Golden Child semen.
If it's overseas, hit Sam Liam up.
Okay. So yeah, hit Sam up. He said ship out to Peru. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, like I said though, but that benefits Tyrus. That benefits me because I got golden child offsprings too. We all got golden child offsprings that are badass. You know what I mean? So it's gonna benefit
Hmm.
all of us by shutting G down. He's gonna keep his lock-ins. He's got more lock-ins than he'll ever see. You know, so we're gonna probably push him real hard here in the next
I
seven
told
eight
you. I
months.
told what was this last year before we even did those lives about the China boy and those that cost when we first did those shit last year. I said this. I said Golden Child 2022 is going to be his year, and that may not just be in terms of people just talking about him all day on Facebook, but just in terms of his value and the business that he's getting. And look at that; it's been 2 years, and he's
I'm not saying
according
that.
to
I'm not saying if we shut him down, you come with 20 grand, we wouldn't we'd probably let you breed to him. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna tell
oh
you,
yeah, definitely. I mean,
but it ain't gonna be 10,000.
it's gonna cost right.
You're gonna pay. So anybody want to lock him in while he's still at 10,000, you better do it now. Because once, like I said,
Definitely
after
right.
that, he'll probably be at Rocco status here in a minute.
I mean, hey, give him if he's already net worth is already 4 mil. I mean, give him another year and it will be only right. You can, I mean, in terms of how y'all do y'all business, it would be only right to go ahead and put the dog at that price. I mean, especially if he can just easily make that within a couple of weeks off of within hell, just two lock-ins.
Right. I don't know. He's talking about shutting him down, so I let him do what he did. Yeah, that's his decision, you know. So I mean, at worst case scenario, if he catches up, and we can always open it back up. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But, but I doubt
So
it.
your pimping stud. Let's talk
Yeah.
about him for a minute. Because I seen you at the show with him. I thought I had saved the post. I just didn't get to it. I was going to cover it because it was the first time that I'd seen you actually take him out. I'm not sure if you took him out before, but what was the reaction like? What was,
A lot of
how was
people,
that for you?
a lot of people like him. You know, he's an extreme dog. You know,
Hmm.
he's like Golden Child, a little taller. Like he's probably about he's probably about borderlines 14 inches.
Hmm.
Uh, about I'll just call it 14 inches. Um, just solid muscle. Dog is real, and I'm about to go prove the world he's a real dog. Actually, we'll be at Battle of the South with them. We're gonna be going to the Dirty South show down in Georgia. We're gonna be hitting some of the
Hmm.
biggest shows in the industry coming up. So we're gonna take him out and show the world what he's about. You know, but he's a freak. You'll see him down there you'll see him down there at Royals show down there.
The battle of the South.
Battle South. Yeah, I'll have him there. I'm gonna have Cash there too. You get to see Cash.
Yeah, he looks really good, man. His paws, I really like his paws. Those motherfuckers are thick.
The thing about Pimpin', he's so dark. It's hard to see a lot of his features, like Golden Child and like RGG2. They got that light color, so that you can see more of the muscle pops.
Hmm.
With him being so dark
Yeah.
complected, it's harder to see like a lot of his features. But once you see him in person, then you get more of an understanding.
Someone wants to know who you're. Oh, you are going to con shows because that's in your area. They want to know who are you bringing to the BBKC show.
I'm not for sure yet. I might not even take no dog. I might just go hang out. Who knows? I don't
Yeah,
know.
okay. Y'all see that cap? He said he might not take no dog. I
I
think
might
that's
just
gonna be
go.
really hard for you, a
I
person
might
like you
go
to
down
do,
there and be a
Jeremiah.
spectator.
I
I
think
don't know.
that's hard. I just can't see you not going to no show without a dog and not talking your shit or stacking up your dog.
I don't know,
I
man.
can't see that.
You got to realize, I mean, with Khan, it's a little different story. I know he's trying to do I think he's trying to do more like a more classier type deal. So,
Something more classier. Okay.
you know what I mean? I just don't want to go there. You know how I get, bro. I don't want to go there and fuck the shit up.
Yeah, I mean, but
I just try to keep
hasn't
it
Khan done
respectful.
stack offs as well with like Grim?
Uh, I never see him do.
I mean,
Yeah, I stack
I want to say a few years ago, I thought I seen him do one like at an ABKC show.
who
Khan
with who?
with the was it Grim?
He stacked Golden Child at one of the RC shows. I think it was.
Yeah, I want to say I thought I seen something like that a few
No,
years
it's
ago.
me and Sam stacked Golden Child Grim against Cash at an ABKC show.
Um,
It was Sam about a couple years.
Enoch, if that's how you pronounce your name, I do have a WhatsApp for the Bully View, but there's not. I don't use WhatsApp. Maybe you can inbox me and show me because I know you're from a different country. So maybe if you inbox private message me, we can talk a little more about it. Yeah, Justin, he know. Okay, they said Khan is talking about stack table on his post. I'm not sure how true that is, but it's coming from Tony, so I believe him.
I don't know. I might take Cash. I might take Cash with me.
But I can still see it because when we think about stacks, it doesn't always have to be at like a lot of these shows you see. You can still stack dogs off and it still be a little more classier, you know.
Yeah,
And I also think that maybe if people maybe at con show, you probably would see a more classier stack off, and then that maybe that'll make people be like, damn, we can do it this way too, and maybe it'll get more attention. Because I would like to see some people at least, damn. I mean, I thought it was shit. COVID still 6 feet apart. Can we see your dogs and all scrunched up together?
that'll probably have a nice show though. That'll probably be a good turnout. I hear a lot of
Yeah,
people are going, so that'd be good for them.
I'm not sure if you mentioned this, but he wants to know the price range for golden child pups.
Ah, shit. I mean, they go everywhere from I've seen it go from 5,000 on up.
So you looking around starting price around 5 grand, Antonio. Um, but then again, it maybe just again it depends on who you're going to for some golden child pups.
I'm gonna have some probably hopefully coming up shortly. I took Golden Child back to my cash daughter off of Ashley's yard. Or actually Kevin Foster bred to Ashley's yard. So
Hmm.
it's T-bone back to some T-bone blood back to cash. I took that female and ran it back to Golden Child. I took Golden Child to Karma, Cash's littermate sister, and I took Cash back to or Golden Child back to Big Girl, Cash's mom. So I'll have some
Kind
litters
of
coming.
back to his comment, because I see a lot of people talk about um how how do I want to put this? I've seen quite a few posts where people say that the puppies should start out at the studs. The price range should start out at the stud fee. Do
Right.
you agree with that? Or
I mean, I don't know. It just really depends on the stud, I guess. Like
because they
you
say
got
it devalues, like when it's less than the stud fee, it devalues the stud.
yeah. I mean,
For
I
me,
somewhat
I'm kind
agree.
of
I somewhat agree, but like so for instance, like like I just took I just took Cash or Golden Child back to Big Girl. Big Girl's a producer. You know,
mhm.
his stuff he's 10,000, but I wouldn't take less than 30K on up for the puppies. So I really just I don't know, just
Because I know some people they can, some people will work hard for that stud fee to where, but then you have to also think, all this is like business and advertising and marketing and stuff, and not everyone. Yeah, someone may have the money to pay for that stud fee, but maybe not everyone, has the skills to actually be able to market their dogs right. And then, sometimes some things come up with people where they kind of, have a certain time frame where they need to get rid of puppies and can't really sit on puppies, so they may have to lower the price of that puppy. And then some people just, again, when it like someone that's not really well known, they may not feel that comfortable with spending that amount of money on a puppy just because of that fact. Like that breeder may not be well known, or may not have any references or something like that.
I hear a lot of people get Golden Child litters. They're like, man, I ain't selling none of them. So, I don't know. It's hard to say. I see a lot of people don't sell them. A lot of people keep them. If they do sell them, they get their money out of them. Shit, I know one guy he was selling them for 10 plus. So
He said, Damien said, I feel some bitches don't even be worth the 10K. Yeah, you can think about stuff like that too. Like some females, maybe someone probably see the female, because I am one of those people who look, I want to see uh both parents in their background, and
see how I
so
look at
yeah,
it.
maybe
How
that
I
can
look
kind
at it
of
is
deter them.
how I look at it is I want to sell you what I want. I want to sell you something that I like. I like extremeness. I want to sell something that looks extreme. I don't want to sell a standard female. I wouldn't feel
Hmm.
comfortable doing it. So I'd rather just not not breed them. You know,
Yeah.
and if they didn't come out the way I like, I just pet home
Who Jeremy wants to know, who did you breed Karma to?
golden child.
Golden Child, Jeremy. He said we taking Harley Quinn and Golden Child, Big Red, Louis V, and inbred Veneno meets inbred Grim. Is that all in one ped, Noah? Y'all know y'all be in the lab cooking up some shit.
I'm taking
You
Veneno
just
back
said
to my
like damn
I'm doing a
6 dogs names.
Veneno. I'm doing direct Veneno back to my inbred big boy daughter with Jeremy.
So what you expecting to get out
I don't know. That's a good question.
of
I don't know.
that? How you don't know? How you gonna do the breeding? You don't know.
I
You gotta
need
know. You
I need
gotta.
I need some different blood, bro. I got myself
uh
I bred myself into a corner, but I kind of like that because now I have to go out. You know what I mean? So
Now it makes you think though. You
yeah,
like
I have
okay
to
now I
try
have to
new
go out,
things.
so now I gotta figure out something.
I'm gonna use wasabi coming up. I got a credit to wasabi. I'm gonna use
The
him.
wasabi's always been dope to me.
I got
Just stay
I'm
with.
gonna use Veneno. I'm gonna use Toretto. Um, Toretto, that's that big boy. I'm gonna try to go back to some of that big boy side of the pin. I got a lot of Grim. So
I mean, yeah, because when I do hear about y'all, a lot of y'all dogs, because I mean,
I
so
got
many
another
people
yard
are
I'm keeping a secret. I ain't telling nobody until I use them.
and I think so. Kind of back to what you said, how you have to go out. I think a lot of more people, especially a lot of people on this live that send their breed into Golden Child. I think what they're probably going to be doing that in the next few years too. Because I mean, damn, pretty soon everybody just going to have that Grim Rocco blood.
Well, that's the
So
problem.
it's
So here's the thing. Like this is where I ain't no dummy. I see how Golden Child's producing. He's gonna
mhm.
outproduce himself faster. So once he outproduces himself, it's gonna put guys like me and Sam to the back of the game. You know what I mean? Because unless we keep trading, but I mean I'm seeing Golden Child just keep moving. So I've been taking a lot of my money invested in new things. You know what I mean? So as I
Mhm.
make this money, I'm investing in houses or whatever. You know what I mean? Because I can see him out creating himself short sooner than later. Like I was telling Tyrus, I was like, dude, you better get your money now because there's a lot of badass golden child litters coming up through the ranks. You better get your money wrong. You
And
never
I
know,
think
man.
people can feel safe actually even out crossing him because I've seen him bred to exotic dogs and still throw that look,
Yeah,
this
I was
look.
like,
And so that kind of tells you like you because I know some people kind of do get a little afraid of actually out crossing because they scared to lose those features that they originally bred to their dog to get. And so, but obviously, if you, I mean, what I would say about that is just do some research on what the stud has been bred to,
I,
and that will give you a good look. Because, like I said, I think it's Thomas Banks. He bred Golden Child to that black exotic female, and man,
Godson,
that puppy,
Godson,
that
yeah.
that dog is
He
bad.
look, he looks good. He's really nice. I just seen him at that. He was actually at the show where Pimpin was at. He's looking good. Like I said, he's got a lot of maturing to do still. So he's got a lot of popping to do. Like
But
Golden
he
Child,
already looked good as hell.
huh?
I said right, but the thing is, he looks good. So now you can see that when he actually mature around 2 years old, how he's gonna look.
Oh, he's gonna be the number one producing dog in the world. Mark my words. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Prove me wrong. Look at his productions already.
Yeah,
I mean, it speaks for itself. The dog's not even breeding but 14 months. Think about it. I mean, he's at 2.5 now, so almost 10, 11 months of that his lifespan he wasn't breeding. So he's accomplished a lot in 15 months. You know, so
question from David. He said, "So here's a question. Yes, you have a phenomenal golden child males, up and coming $1 million dogs. Congratulations to all. How would those that have golden child females that are also phenomenal? How will they make out? I think better, in my opinion, they have the chance of producing the next top dog like Golden Child, Grim,
I think the
2B. I think
problem is,
that's China Boy, Rocco, etc. King of the Hill. So I don't wait, David. I'm not sure if I let me reread that. He said, okay, so I think the question is how would those that have Golden Child females that are also phenomenal, how would they turn out? He said make out. Okay.
It depends on what you're looking for. If you want freaky, I go back towards Grim. If you want some more cleaner, I run a different direction. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I got 6 time Grim about to hit the ground here pretty soon. Nobody has that. I'll be the first one to have that.
6 times Grim. So in terms of like, okay, so when we obviously that's 6 times, so that's a
That's
lot of
cash.
that
That's
blood.
cash. That's cash money. Luca Brasi, Golden
Mhm.
Child, and the Boss. Boss is 3 time Grim. Luca Brasi's 2 time Grim, and Cash is 1 time Grim.
Do you think you're going to get some dogs that are kind of more on the exotic side with the blood being so tight?
Probably.
But you're okay with that?
Yeah,
Just let me know if you're producing nano. Let me know if you just get a
I,
nice ass
I
nano.
got inbred. I got inbred Golden Child meets inbred Boss or Big Boy.
Mhm.
She's short and freaky. She'll probably be the most shortest Golden Child daughter out here. Mark my words when I tell you that. Boned up, everything.
Yeah, Lawrence, that's what it's supposed to be about, you know. People who are out here looking to improve, you know, not just breeding and throwing dogs together and hoping for the best. Um, so yeah, definitely. Lawrence was saying he likes the fact that you're trying to you're working to improve as far as your program.
I'm trying to get all my freakiness out the way so I can do some outcrossing down the line. But you know,
Yeah,
with Golden Child being 2 time Grim, he produces Pimpin's 3 time Grim, Boss is 3 time Grim. Um, you know, Toretto or not Toretto,